why the black table, even though it's got like a negative story behind it. I'm going to get into that, but I'm going to start my own black table program. And one of the reasons why I'm keeping the name the black table is because I want people from that failed experiment to find me, because there's at least 30 of you that heard about this program that was founded by Troy Mason and Zetegrity, his original company. But let me go back a little bit, because not everybody was following me. This could be the first video they landed on my channel, because that's how people's minds work. They don't necessarily keep following the same person. So the original Black Table was a program designed by this guy Troy Mason. At the time, he was just a simple MLM, network marketing company, private owned network marketing company. That should have been a red flag, private owned. And his company was called Zetegrity. This is an older company. I think his latest company is called Money, Power, Wealth. He was one of the first people that started the metal debit card back in the day. So I will give his props for that. But he ran across some shady executives. And I can tell you where those shady executives might have come from. The old Black Table program was designed to set up your corporation. Originally it started out where they would do your own state, and then that changed, and they said we got to do it California because it's faster, which freaked everybody out because California's a lot of taxes. I'm going to tell you the way they wanted to do it and how to do it the right way. So, how the company sets you up, a real corporation, and how they get I don't know what the title is of it, but a stock investor, let's just call them, buys shares of your company, which boosts the evaluation of your actual company. And then they can go after loans based on the evaluation of your new evaluation of your corporation. Now, I did some research after the fact, after, I fell victim to this program. And it is a real thing. It's just not cheap. You're looking at probably upwards of probably 25 G's just to set up one company where they do this. And it really does work. So it boosts the evaluation of your credit. And if you got good personal credit and you already got a business already, it should be easy for this to help you get some corporate credit or get approved for some credit lines. They were supposed to do, the amazing part that was too good to be true is they were supposed to get you $1.5 to $2 million in all forms of financial credit. Now, I'm not saying you could get that much, but you can not easily, but I'm going to tell you a story how we can get probably, I would say, more closely to reality is $500,000 in corporate credit and a time span of less than probably 2 years. And here's how you could do it. You basically only need 5 members, and it's got to be 5 because you always want to have that odd number when decision making. So they all put in $5,000. So let's just say me, I'm the 5th person. 4 other you people, you come when you have your $5,000, and I have $5,000 already. To prove to you that I have $5,000 already, you're gonna take at least $5,000 and go set up the company, the banking, the logos, the AI tech, whatever is necessary to get the company structured. And then we'll talk about how do you put the money in later. But let's just say, for argument's sake, it's me, the fifth person. I'm going to actually set the company up with my $5,000. Now, there's 3 ways you could do this. You could actually go to the Secretary of State, set up your own entity, but I never feel like I'm doing it legal that way because I don't know the right wording to say in certain things and how to fill certain things out. You can go to a middleman, which we'll say, for argument's sake, we'll call a middleman a registered agent. And then you can go to a real law firm. And we're not even talking about a law firm you sit down with in your local town. We're talking about somebody you would find on the internet that could, wire you the papers where you do the DocuSign online. Those are expensive. If you sit down with a lawyer, you're looking at a minimum probably 3 to 5 G's for them to actual do that. But we don't want to spend the whole 5 G's because there's going to be a lot of stuff later, little fees here and there, set up the virtual address, and everything costs. So you don't want to spend 3 to 5 G's up front just to get the entity set up. So I like step 2. The company I just happen to use right now, I think it's called My Corporation. And they do have an affiliate program, but their affiliate program is hands-on, where they want to fax you documents and you have your customers or clients fill them out. You send that back, and then you make maybe, small amounts, maybe $25 a customer, let's just say. That's the only thing I don't like about them, because I got to figure a way for them to do a real referral link, where basically I could just send people to the website with my link and I get credit for all transactions. I got to work on that with them. But the reason why they're good, they get everything done without it being too complicated. They just ask you questions, and you go down the line and you basically tell them what you're looking for. It is a generic cut and paste, articles, which I'll tell you why that's not necessarily important either. But I would go through them. They get all the paperwork done. You spend a little bit more, obviously more money than doing it yourself, because you're only paying state fees. So you're paying a couple $100 plus state fees. You don't need all the bells and whistles they have, because they offer a lot. They can make you look like a real professional company. What I like about them, and what I think makes them better than a law firm a little bit, is they're good at keeping you compliant with things. So it's good to use them for a registered agent, because they'll pay stuff. They'll remind you, okay, this is due. So they keep your company in compliance based around a certain time of year. Let you do when your tax is done. They'll refer you to somebody if you need tax people to help you. So I would go to them. I'm looking at maybe $1,000 all in with them to set up a really nice company. I'm creative, so I could come up with the logo design, the marketing department, let's just say. So we're saving thousands there. And you would have them set it up. Now the code you use, what do you call it? The NICS code, NIACS code, whatever the code is, it's just going to be software publisher. Easy, low risk code, and it goes with what I would recommend you should make the company be. Is just called a media company. It just so happens to be that's what I want to do, but just for argument's sake, we're going with a media company, but under that code for software publisher, because it's low risk. The banks understand that code, and you usually don't need a license for anything. But I would even have that company get a license anyway, because that license will help you get certain lines of credit just having that license. set up a media company. I even know the company you can go with that can, like, the OTT platform. They'll actually house your website. And basically, I would do the media. I would do the YouTube channel for it. The YouTube channel videos, I would transition to the actual OTT website. And the company I'm thinking about, they can even turn that into a physical app automatically. It's going to cost more money, but you do that down the line. And what we're going to sell is, because it's a media company, you're going to sell our own media platform for a monthly and a yearly subscription. And it's going to be easy to promote because we're all going to be, we can all actually do videos, submit the videos if you're out of state, you know, and we would all be a part of that video content if you wanted to be. If not, I would actually do videos showing the process of becoming a media company. That could be the content. And the genius part about it is, now this is how we start getting approved right up front and boost our evaluations. We would buy stock in our own company. We would become the board of directors in our own company. That's why you need 5. Because even if I do something wrong that gets the company in trouble, the board can decide to fire me as CEO. But because I have active shares in the company, I still will receive benefit because of the shares of the company. I just will be fired as an active employee. We can all 5 be active employees, so we could be directors, which actually control the corporation. We could be officers. Let's say acting officer, I could be CEO. You know, maybe somebody else could be, you know, head of tech, you know, chief technology officer. Somebody else could be chief financial officer, where they deal directly with the banking. There's all different options on that, but 5 people, so there's never an equal decision. This is why I never could be an even number, because if you have 6 and 3 want to go one way and 3 want to go another way, somebody's got to break that tie. And you could even go a step above this, because we can have the shares in this newly formed corporation owned by our LLC. So it won't have to be owned in our name as like an extra layer of protection. So let's just say I do something crazy and you guys are kind of safe, because not only are you separated by ownership from your LLC, the only way you can really be hurt is, let's say I do something crazy, you guys can fire me as an actual CEO, but I still have ownership in a company through an LLC. It's like an extra layer. We can form our own black table now. Now here's how you get the corporate credit. I took the initial 5 G's. Remember, we got 25. We all put in 5. I took the initial 5, set up the company, set up all the online stuff, you know, everything that needs to be paid to get the company running. Now you take the 20 G's that we got left, and we put that in the main business account, but we do it slow. We only need to do 5 to 6 G's a month in the account for 3 months straight, and we can immediately go to the bank with the person in the company who has the best credit, go immediately to the bank and get approved for a line of credit, probably in a credit card all at once, probably with the same inquiry, just based on showing the 3 months of transactions. They're good. And you want the company to be at least 6 months to a year before you even go to the bank for that. So I'm looking at 6 months. That'll give you time to just trickle charge that, you know, trickle in that 20 at about 5 to 6 G's a month you want to put in. You don't want to put any more. You don't want to rush it in. And we want to put it in and take about 3 to 5 months to put it in. Because remember, you got 6. Then you go to the bank, again, with the best person with the best credit. and we'll all sign a legal document that she can apply on our behalf. That'd probably be most likely Chief Financial Officer. And we're all guaranteed to get a line of credit that could take us to the next level where we could just pay for advertising to actually bring in more monthly and yearly subscriptions to guarantee some revenue coming in. Now we have generated real revenue. It's kind of not real revenue in the beginning, but through time, you want to get real revenue going in your bank account. Now we have a real corporation. Now those stocks evaluations are valuable. And we can do legally sell shares to other people. But you want to go through the legal channels. I'm not a, financial person, but I'm pretty sure we can go to whoever handles our legal stuff. And that's when you go public, that's when you would have a real law firm look over your articles and corporation and like double check all that stuff, because you're going public. But while you're private, you're still able to build credit and corporate credit for your company to pay for the advertising to generate real sales. This could be the new Black Table program, and I'm willing to start this program with 4 other people. And it's okay if they were former members of this failed experiment that Troy did, because that's the whole reason why I'm starting it. Preferably I would love all 5 people to be in my state, but realistically I know that's not happening. And I know this could work, and I know some people are interested because some people contacted me when I did a similar video to this, and they were like, you know what, Will? This could work if I can get my money back from Troy. Because Troy took a lot of his members and his company 5 G's for his program, even though they were saying it cost 10. The people that I saw, they were charging 20. But guys, we can get a line of credit down the line, and we could go to the real company and get this done. Which goes back to Troy's story. I believe Troy went to one of these companies, or thought he was going to one of these companies that really does this. And I believe they were shady rogue employees of that company. Corporations like this always got corruption. All it takes is 2 rogue people. They have access to all their real company stuff. They can sell Troy a dream. And they probably set up a bank account where Troy has to have all his money go through. They took off with the money. And Troy, he claims no liability. They scammed me. I didn't know. He doesn't take any responsibility. They took all the money out their account, guys. I believe that's what happened. But it only takes 5 of us to pull this off. Now, you could do it with more, but then the more partners you bring in, the more problems, I say. You can pull this stuff off with 3. You don't want any of the members to have a relationship, meaning a husband, wife, and then you, because then your husband and wife are always going to overrule you. So you got to have a even playing field for this to work, because the board of directors, they have to come to decisions, and they could go on your side with a decision, but not based off a personal relationship, if that makes sense. You want to have a real clear head when making these decisions. If let's say I teamed up with a husband and wife team and did this, I would do a one-off corporation like this. I would do this like as a partnership with a husband and wife, but it wouldn't be for no big boy stuff like this, because they would always overrule me, and one day one of them would take over and just boot me out just cause. But if I do something wrong legally, the board can boot me out as acting CEO and say drop me down to just marketing. They can do that, because if the other 4 decide that, I'm just head of marketing. As long as I get a paycheck and I actually own a share in the company, I wouldn't even like hold that against you. Now here's how you can do an extra layer and get this started right away if you got some money. If you got at least 10 G's, you could sign up for NWR Financial, because if you haven't been watching, they have a trust program set up where they can set you up a irrevocable living trust that could set up and own a LLC, and then that LLC that you set up could actually be a own that share in that company that you're going to take public, as kind of give you that extra layer. So all that money, when you're dead, that corporation, let's say it takes off, is still paying your LLC that goes back up to your living trust, and your family will be taken care of forever. And then with that saying, and you're talking like a couple of grand if you're a member of NWR Financial, where they would have probably charged you probably 5 to 10 G's to get this set up by an actual law firm. But NWR has a program within their company that do trusts now. They do irrevocable trusts, they do revocable trusts, and they also do like the charity trust. So you can have your triple threat all set up just being an NWR member. And this is part of your business. This could be part of your business. This any money you make through NWR, you could put in that LLC that owns shares in that bigger corporation that you're going to take public. And let's just say it's got to be a traditional C Corp, I believe, to go public. But our actual shares and ownership of the shares could be, I believe, owned by a LLC that's owned by your trust. You know, but there's a lot of ways you could do this. Now you make your company legitimate with your own money until it actually starts making real money. That's what I like about this. This is kind of how I got started with my holding company. I basically just put my Uber and Lyft money in my account from my personal account in Navy Federal, and moved it over to my business account until I actually started making money. So it looked like I started really making money for my company. And then now I put the money I get from renting the room, I put that in the account. Any consulting calls I get, I charge people $47. You get me on the phone for a couple hours. Links below. I put that also in that account. So everything's going into my account, because it's going to make the bank like you when they see money constantly going through your account. You know, because I think I'm going to pull the trigger sometime this year and get like a line of credit from Navy Federal. Is where my holding company account is. And you could start your own black table. This could be your own black table. And the beauty of it, just because we set up the company, say, quote unquote, to do media, you can do other things. We could sign up other groups and other members how to sign up and make their own black tables and charge them a fee. And it go to that corporation. You know? And we could sell, once we go public, you get in the shares and you got the media going, and it's going to be easy to pay people now to actually do the media stuff for us, so it looks more professional than just me doing it. You know what I mean? And it makes the company look more legitimate, and then more money comes in. That's why I say a media company's genius, because I don't know if YouTube won't go down one day. YouTube did have a problem one day, I believe sometime last year, where it literally had problems for the first time in my life of seeing YouTube. And literally, you couldn't get the videos to work. They didn't give a reason, but they had some software issues, I guess. It happens. It's just technology. Facebook goes down every couple of years. But it was first time seeing YouTube go down. But just imagine if they just turned off all her videos we still have our own media platform, our own OTT platform where we own all the video content. Hell, if we want, we can actually compete with YouTube. And it's the crazy part is we can buy ads on YouTube promoting our company. That's the beauty of all this. That's the beauty of media. I love it. Because if it takes off, the possibilities are endless with this video content. And AI is just making it easier and easier, you know. I ain't gonna lie, I had a stumbling block or roadblock where the mental block where you can't come up with any new ideas for video content. You could just go to ChatGPT now. Give me 20 ideas for a tech channel or a finance channel. Give me 10 titles, and ChatGPT will just, even a free version, will give you titles, even brief descriptions of what you should put in the video. It's really amazing what this technology's done. I really think my YouTube channels are going to take off this year thanks to AI. Even simple videos like this are getting more clicks and more links because I'm using Canva, coming up with creative thumbnails. It's just amazing, guys. You really got to get on this stuff and stay on technology. I'm an old head, so if you younger than 50, you know, there's no excuse, you know. But just imagine we could come up with our own black table. You know, we got all the components, you know. And before you go public, again, you want to go to a real law firm. You want to, you know, cross all your T's, dot all your I's, make sure, you know, your articles are right, make sure the right, you know, stock evaluation is set up properly. That's when you want to bring in a real law firm, but you should be already making money then. We can have lines of credit by then. And if you have the ultimate team, here's the ultimate team. You have somebody like me, of course, because I'm two birds in one stone, because I could be CEO and head of marketing, or I could just be head of marketing, you know. But if you can have somebody with good credit that you can make chief financial officer. Now you got to be careful with this stuff too, because you gotta, there's still a level of trust involved with this. This is why you gotta go with the real law firms when you're ready to go public. The reason why I'm saying not to do it in the beginning, because you're saving a lot of money. You're saving thousands. But when you're ready to really go public, you gotta make sure everything's in place, bulletproof, you know, because once you go public, that's when it becomes like really serious. But if you actually have a real business and we're all contributing, we're all doing video content, the sky's the limit, you know. I'm willing to partner with 4 other people on this. And like I said, you don't even have to put all the 5 Gs all in at once, because you want to trickle it out anyway. You know, once the bank account's set up, I'm even willing to spend the money up front to get the initial corporation set up. So I'm doing the majority of the work. I just want to know when it comes time, you're willing to at least drop $1,000 a month into this. If you're not ready to drop at least $1,000 a month into doing something like this, like, don't even contact me, because you're not serious. But if you're willing to at least drop $1,000 a month into something like this, then it's worthwhile doing. So I want you guys to think about it. I had a woman, this is how I know video content works. I had an old video. This video had to be like over a year old, and I just happened to go on my comments. I don't always have time to check my comments, hence why emailing me is always better. But she said, I'm ready to go on this, and it was an old video, and I had to even go back and look at the video to see what I was talking about. And I was talking about nonprofit. But she was like, none of the links work, and it was all old Zetegrity links, and I was like, oh God. So she couldn't contact me, but she's only looking at that one video. This is what pisses me off sometimes with people. They'll come in on one video, and that's all they watch. So literally, if you have old links under that video, they won't even know, because they won't bother to go look at other videos or newer videos. When I go look at people's YouTube channel, I always go to recent videos, because that old video is going to have old links. We don't have time to go back to all the old videos and change out the links. But I had to watch the video just to see what she was, okay, this is a go. And it was about setting up a nonprofit. And I feel bad because I don't have her contact information. But I changed the links out. Guys, if you're trying to get a hold of me, or you're trying to get my attention, it's Will Blanding, Will 2 L's, Blanding, BLANDING @gmail.com. And you're not going to get me on the phone for free. I just told you I do strategy sessions. It's $47. I got the PayPal information below this video. You send the $47, and then this is the hard part for some people. After sending the $47, email me your phone number, your time zone, and the best time to call you back. I don't know why it's so hard for people. They will literally send the money and expect me to just be a mind reader on their phone number. So that's how you get in contact with me. If you're ready to do this, like I said, you got to be at least willing to put up $1,000 a month for 5 months, and we can get something like this going. If you're in Connecticut, I'm gonna be overjoyed, because we can meet up in person, sit down, strategize. Or if you're in New York, even want to come to Connecticut, or Mass, want to come to Connecticut, we can sit down and do some real strategy and figure out how we can take this to the next level. Because this is just one of my many things that I'm working on. But we're going to call this the new Black Table program. Because I'm hoping by using the Black Table name, we'll get some of those old people that feel like they got, scammed. But a couple of them try to contact me, and they were like, yeah, well, I would be all in on this if I get my money back from Troy. And I feel bad, because at least 5 people that I know of signed up under that program under me. But I apologized several times on this channel. I'm sorry. I took responsibility on my behalf. But Troy brought these people in, and he just basically just trusts everybody. Come on, I used to hang out with him 20 years ago. I'm still mad about it. That's why I did the video about him and E. Dean Cole, because I'm still feeling some type of way about it. But we can do this on our own, guys. We can do this on our own. If you remember at NWR Financial, there's a lot of stuff that could help you on your overall financial goals. They even got a program where they can help you get into a house by any means necessary. Even if they got to lease the house and lease it to you until you're financially ready to buy it. NWR, baby. Links below. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Thank you.